Here's how I used the FAT diet to lose 3 kilos of fat in 2 weeks without counting any calories. The FAT diet stands for Fast Athletic Transformation, which is a form of a crash diet similar to the protein-sparing modified fasting protocol. Slow and steady can win the race, but this isn't always true. Protein fasting is not for everyone, and it's certainly not something you'll do forever. Saying that, for those that require a fast athletic transformation, as the name goes, this can be an extremely effective protocol to get to your optimal leanness to compete at the highest level in your sport. So here's how a protein fast works. Turning protein into sugar or fat is not very efficient, so when you consume mostly protein with very low carbohydrate and fat intake, your sugar stores will be used up during exercise and more fat stores will be liberated for energy. If you consume 1500 calories from lean protein, you will likely feel full and satisfied. You may still have some cravings for fats and carbs, but this hunger is easier to manage since you're not hungry for protein. So what did I eat during the 2 weeks? I ate the leanest cuts of meat, primarily from beef and chicken, with a few eggs at each meal. I ate twice per day to satiety, consuming up to 1.5 kilos of meat if I wanted it. I get it, this can sound pretty wild to some. However, eating this quantity of lean meats isn't that crazy. From an evolutionary perspective, it was often difficult for some tribes to find fatty meats or other preferable foods, so they would have eaten the leaner meats when that's all they had available to them. Fatty meats have always been prized in traditional cultures, and just like our ancestors, after a protein fast, we want to return to fatty meats, carbs, or a combination of the two. I followed this protocol strict for 3 cycles of 4 days, and on the 5th day of each, I had a refeed, which allowed me to eat as much fatty meat as I wanted in one meal. And that's pretty much it. I kept my training the same and played football as normal throughout the duration of the 2 weeks. I structured each of my workouts based on the Dense Strength training system created by Keegan Smith, which typically involves performing exercises on the minute in 10-minute blocks. For example, 10D2 refers to sets of 2 performed on the minute for 10 minutes, or 20 reps total in 10 minutes. This is what a typical session looked like for me. In this particular workout, I started with 6 dips and 6 chin-ups, alternating each every minute for 10 sets of each. So I performed 60 reps of each exercise in 20 minutes. From there, I performed 10D8 dumbbell shoulder press and finished the workout with 10D10 incline hammer curls and 10D10 incline French press, alternating each on the minute for 20 minutes. The beauty of Dense Strength is in the simplicity. I only performed 5 exercises in this workout and was able to get a ton of reps in for each. While the EMOM concept is widely known and popularised by the likes of CrossFit, what isn't as widely known is Dense Strength. So for more on this type of training, I've linked a couple videos going into more detail. As much as I think this is the best quick shred protocol to follow, if you're a sugar addict, this could be extremely rough, because when sugar is constant, fat mobilisation in the body is down-regulated. It takes some time for this fat adaptation to occur. For those that try a low-carb diet and aren't fully adapted yet to using fat as a fuel, some call this the keto flu. I recommend spending a period of time becoming more fat adapted before trying this protocol. The enzymes that allow the body to run on fat as a fuel are dramatically upregulated in those that have a low carbohydrate intake and exercise at the same time. Before you try this protocol, having days and meals where you don't consume any carbs, training fasted, and having blocks of training where you don't consume any or only consume low amounts of carbohydrates are all great ways of becoming more fat adapted. Another thing to note is while you're on a low carb diet of any kind is that you'll be a lot more thirsty. So make sure you're topping up a bit more with the fluids and remineralizing your water with some salt from time to time. All being said, the secret ingredient to my success in this protocol was being connected to a community who were also working towards the same goal. Uncommon Success, or Uncom, is a community for personal development where you can network with other like-minded individuals towards your most athletic, richer and smarter self. If you feel like you're sitting on a goldmine, or if you want to realise your true potential as a human, I invite you to join me in the Uncom community. Check out the link in the description below if you want to find out more about becoming an Uncommon Success. And if you like this video, hit like and subscribe, as I'll be posting videos more regularly about how you can take your game to the next level as a footballer or athlete.